Hi, this is Fernando Rebozo with Maxus Realty Group, reallynicehomes.com, and today we're going to be talking about marketing tips to help you sell a home. More importantly, we're going to be talking about the pictures, the photos, the photographs of the house you're trying to sell, because it is those pictures, those photographs, really what makes your phone ring from buyers wanting to come and see the house, and this is why it's so important. So a lot of people ask themselves, why are photos so important in selling a property? And the answer is very simple, because the photograph is always the first element, the first thing that connects a buyer with the house. These pictures are being utilized on different ways that we market on homes. We're talking about magazine articles, we're talking about newspaper ads, we're talking about flyers, brochures, blogs, anything has to do with websites, ads on Craigslist. You know, the picture is really the only thing and the main thing that really gonna connect a buyer to compel them to come and see the house. And this is why so important that a good picture is really worth 1,000 words, and that is really what you want to achieve when you're trying to sell a home. You know, and a lot of people are very confused about how to utilize photos when selling a home, because I see many times, especially professional realtors, that are making big mistakes, even though that they may have some great pictures on their listing to try to show this house. They are more concerned about the quantity of the pictures and not the quality of the pictures, because there are some pictures that no matter how good the pictures are, they discourage buyers from coming to your house. And those are the pictures that sometimes they may depict a room much smaller than they really are, even though the picture may be perfect, maybe something that is that you could easily go in a magazine, but it's still, if the picture is making the room look small, I don't think you need to put that picture on your listing, because that picture will discourage a buyer. Maybe the only thing that's going to discourage a buyer to go and click on the mouse button and go to the next listing. So you want to try to avoid that. You want to make sure you're going to control the quality of your pictures whenever you advertising and marketing a listing. You know, they used to say location, location, location. It was about real estate, and that was the catchphrase, you know, when buying real estate. But now buyers that have control of the internet, they have control of all the listings that are on the market, and they have the chance to see these pictures at 3 o'clock in the morning. Really, the catchphrase for the new modern era in real estate should be photography, 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 because really this is the first step. This is the showcase. This is really the first impression, the handshake that a buyer will have with you and connect to your house, so they can at least have a chance to inspect the house and make a decision whether they want to buy it or not. Believe it or not, the internet is littered with a lot of trashy pictures of listings. And I'm really ashamed to admit that some of these pictures are actually coming from other realtors, which is counterparts, people that have the same type of license that I have. Obviously, they don't have the same experience, but they do have the same license I have. And that they are putting any picture that they can, because it doesn't matter to them. They do not realize how much they're hurting their clients by putting a bad picture, and they do not realize that their actions is actually hurting everybody in general, especially in the neighborhood, because when a house gets sold for less money than it deserves, everybody in the neighborhood suffers, because their equity money has dropped down because of the actions of a bad picture. As simple as that. Another important factor is the outside of the house, because it's the first impression, the first view of the house from the outside, and that picture has to be, you know, the most perfect possible picture so you can bring the good side of this house. And obviously, before snapping those pictures, there are certain things you must do before taking those pictures. It's not just click, click, click. You have to declutter the home. You have to declutter the front yard. You have to pick up the trash cans. You have to pick up all the trash. You have to pick up all the toys. You have to even take cars out of the driveway. Your home, the home must be clean and orderly for it to show well and photograph well. I know this sounds very obvious, but as you can see, many people miss. And the fact is that a good picture starts with a good, clean home. Avoid taking bad listings photos because because this will compound the problem of attraction to the house from the buyers. Number one, you must use a good camera. And if you don't have a good camera and you don't have no money to buy a good camera, then use a professional photographer, which is a very important investment for you. Another thing that you have to take in consideration, a lot of people do not understand, is that sometimes it's not just the camera, but it's the lens. The lens, which is the most important factor when the quality of the picture is important for you. Avoid using your phone. Avoid using your iPhone because those pictures are not showing the house well. Good listing photos, they always give the first impression that cuts through the visual clutter of hundreds of other listings the buyers are looking every single day. Good listing photos capture the buyer's attention. This is Fernando Herboso with ReallyNiceHomes.com, Maxus Realty Group. Thank you and have a good day.